เฉลิมฉลองรัฐธรรมนูญยูเครนคำปราศรัยของประธานาธิบดี
Dear Ukrainians, dear Ukrainian women, on July 15th, we celebrate an important day, the day of our statehood, the day of the baptism of Kievan Rus Ukraine. This day is about connection, about all the stages of our state building and what unites dozens of generations. Those who lived on this land 1,000 years ago, and those who live now. A bridge through the ages, which stands on three unyielding pillars. Ukrainians were here, Ukrainians are here, Ukrainians will be here, and life always triumphs on this land. Values and our character prevail. The best in our people who, despite the war, tears, and pain, have preserved their humanity. They take care of each other, which means they take care of their state. And this is proven by thousands of our fates, thousands of our stories, about surviving, about what is in the heart of everyone, no matter who you are, a warrior, a teacher, a musician, a drone developer, or a president. These are stories about our days, nights, and mornings, about the night at zero, which is described by a soldier. They are pressing, coming from everywhere. We stand and endure. We read the news about the shelling of peaceful cities. What can I say? This is a war for all of us, and God grant peace for all of us. And this post is being read at night in the subway by a young mother with her daughter in her arms. And the little one is looking around so attentively, as if she wants to remember everything, to someday tell her children about these nights in the subway, about this pinnacle of the human spirit, when Grandpa inflates a mattress for 3 grandchildren, gently covers them with a blanket, and hears, "Grandpa," and the cartoon, pulling out a tablet, says, "Of course, the Cossacks, how could it be without a cartoon?" And next to it, people settle down next to each other in sleeping bags, on the hard floor, but with the same hardness inside, with firmness to overcome this night. And throughout such a night, on platforms, in parking lots, in shelters, in corridors, in bathrooms, phones flicker by the dozens, with notifications. It's flying, the air defense is working, stay in shelters, and we stay to remain Ukrainians. In our state, on our land, to see the sunrise, and despite everything, to say to each other, "Good morning." And we always have faith that this will happen. This has been the case for centuries, both in Rus and in Sich, in all eras, no matter what enemy, from whatever side they come, nothing hostile, takes root in this land and does not establish roots here. And Ukraine remains, it remains itself, and morning inevitably comes. And although you want to sleep a little longer, you find the strength and get up. You write to your loved ones. You rejoice when everything is fine. You read the post of that same soldier. "We have recovered. We have a couple of hours to catch our breath." And someone is writing, "We have a few urgent needs." You throw out a call for donations and go out on the street. On this morning, walking through the city, your city, you see your people around you. You see the faces of people and the eyes that, despite everything, have life in them. You see how, despite everything, cafes are opening, how transport is running despite everything, and you understand a state is people. Their strength, resilience, sincerity, their light. At stops, in traffic jams, in line for morning coffee, when everyone is slowing down a bit, because they slept for a few hours. But everyone knows this, and with such understanding and warmth, treats those who are nearby to Ukrainians and Ukrainians, who have held on for 1,238 days. And each such day we overcome together, jointly, with rights, assistance, support, encouraging one another, and of course, negotiating with one another. Otherwise, it cannot be done. And when the women from the community plant flowers in the square, you hear,
Let that Russian scum choke, but we have summer. And everything should be beautiful for us, and every such night a night of resilience, every such morning of unity, when life still wins. They show who we really are. We often hear from our partners, how does your people manage to do this? Such strength, endurance, steeliness. They say it is a phenomenon of the Ukrainian people. Yes, those are pleasant words, but today Ukrainians are holding on not for this, not for loud epithets directed at us. We are just people who are defending home, their home, and we cannot do otherwise because we do not want to do otherwise. We do not want Russia to be here. That's the whole truth. And everything that Ukraine goes through every day is not ordinary. It is a great thing that you are doing. Heroes on the front lines who hold the positions, who shoot down missiles and drones every night, who put out the fire, who clear the rubble, and every citizen who has held on during this difficult time. I thank you, millions of Ukrainians, millions of characters that make up our state, our people, our history, and the path from the baptism of Russia, of Ukraine to today. The day of our statehood and the experience of each generation that helps us today. To hold on, to believe in ourselves, to believe in Ukraine, to believe that we can. For Ukrainians were here, Ukrainians are here, Ukrainians will be here. On Statehood Day, dear citizens, on the day of the baptism of Russia and Ukraine, Slava Ukraini.